The Hawks trail it. Here's Carroll. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Carroll gets a screen from Poole. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Well, as you know, Clark, he's been in a lengthy slump, but I saw him taking the extra time with some extra shots before this game.
From what I've heard, it was at the suggestion of his teammate. He's been slumping and struggling, and they're both hoping that some extra shots will get him back on track.
Good on the shot.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Well, Clark, with summer approaching, he'll have an interesting decision to make with free agency coming into play now for him.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting, Kevin, to see which teams try to make room for him on their roster. I mean, he can be streaky and could be a bit of a signing risk for a GM, but, you know, talent always speaks in this league.
Now, here's Stevenson, averaging 14 points a game. Tries from 10, and he gets it to go. 8 points for Al Jefferson.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They got to keep riding him.
Out to the right wing. Here's Carroll. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Stevenson. Kid Gilchrist, that's the pick for Stevenson. 6 to shoot. Here's Walker, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Kemba Walker, quick, got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him is always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets, and he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Clark, he's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you know, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10"-ish, 5'11", and he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being.
And the basket good. 6 points for prime time.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Lacking up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. Number 5, Al Jefferson.
You know, that's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. Game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yeah, it's almost like you've got to pick your poison. Either you leave other areas of the floor open and put some extra bodies down low, or you risk one of these guys running wild on you.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Here's prime time. He's coming off a 19-point game against Miami.
Exquisite in that game, Kevin. It wasn't just the scoring, it was the passing too, and his teammates, you could tell, were just really enjoying
a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Charlotte leading by 3. Stevenson outside. Pass to Vonleh. Charlotte moving the ball around. Walker dishes to Jefferson. Horford with the block. And he gets it to go. And that's now 10 points for Al Jefferson.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Kicks it to Carroll. Carroll gets a screen from Poole. Millsap inside. And there's the pass to Poole. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but a smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, the Bobcats then, now Hornets, might have been a little bit late to the analytics movement, but that's going on in the NBA all over the place, and they're full-time on it now.
Yeah, they're all over it. Last season, they had a half dozen of their staff devoted to analytics. Here's
Roberts. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And, Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. It was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 3. No good from Poole.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Here's Neal, guarded by Horford. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Hawks. Inside runner, that's good. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Primetime. 12 points for him. He used that pick to get in close. Korver's got his first points of the night.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Roberts. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Neal. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
I like the effort, son.
I'm feeling it, coach.
Gary Neal is 6'4" shooter, played 3 seasons with.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Biyombo. Vonleh comes in for Zeller. And Stevenson's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Kemba Walker in for Gary Neal. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Horford. Damari Carroll comes in for Mike Scott. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Primetime subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the court right now for the Hawks. Poole, he's in at shooting guard. Sefolosha is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Teague in at the point. And Neal, the combo guard size, but he's more of a shooter than a playmaker.
Yeah, you know, he does better defending shooting guards in most matchups as well, Kevin. But the offensive end, I think, is where he makes his mark, and that's what you focus on with Gary Neal. He's going to give you scoring. I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Hawks trail by 3. There's the screen. Teague kicks to Millsap. It's stolen by Jefferson. And here we go. Stevenson heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Now here's Teague. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Sefolosha off a pick from Poole. Sefolosha passes to Poole. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And now let's take a look at some numbers for Kemba Walker. Last 10 games for him have been very nice. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Hey, guys. Primetime in their last game against the Heat gave them a bit of a boost. He finished with 19 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. His performance will be a high note in what has been a disappointing season for his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. We'll see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Cephalosha off a pick from Poole. Off the pick. Cephalosha misses. Charlotte leading by 8. Stevenson drives it.
Oh, man, what a play. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Here's prime time. He's got 16. That's good from 17 feet away. Prime time's got 18 points in the game.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here. Over the last month, let's see how the Hornets performed, Kevin, in the NBA stats. First in opponent offense, second in opponent field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
Now, those are impressive numbers, but the big one, Clark, to me, is opponents' points per game first, as you mentioned. And that's just a case of a team playing extremely hard on a night-to-night basis. And it's also a well-coached, disciplined approach, because you can't play good defense unless all 5 guys are on the same page at one time.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the miss by Al Jefferson.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for prime time. 18 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Now, a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Charlotte leading by 6. And Roberts kicks to Walker. Jefferson dishes to Roberts. Screen by Jefferson. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Outside, Walker. Clock at 6. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Cephalosha off a pick from Poole. It's blocked. They get it back. Here's Mack. Back to Millsap. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Paul Millsap is one of the most versatile forwards in the natural power forward, but he brings some small forward qualities as well. He's a heck of a player, and he's developed that three-point shot to round out his game.
And he sinks the second. The Hornets have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Walker goes in from 12 feet out. That's good on the jump shot. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break. The Hornets number 1.
You know what, Kevin? The All-Star game isn't known as a display of great defense, but something or someone rubbed off on these guys since the break. They've been fantastic on defense lately.
Atlanta with the ball. 7-point differential. Prime time, the pass to Cephalosha. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Poole. And he makes good on the layup. Prime time's got 22.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now here's Walker. He's got 7. 11 feet away. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Taking a look at Charlotte. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, there's the Hawks, and they're down 4 spots from them.
I think for Atlanta, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
Here's Poole. And Lance Stevenson pulls it down. Stevenson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
We've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
The Hawks trail by 9. Prime time, the pass to Cephalosha. Cephalosha off a pick from Poole. From 12 feet out. That's good. Primetime's got 12 now in this quarter.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Vonleh setting the pick for Walker. Feeds it to Vonleh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Charlotte shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And you look at the numbers for this season, guys, from the free throw line, they're shooting 77%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the Hornets making a change here. Heels checked in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And the basket by Stevenson.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Horford with the screen on Walker. The feed to Matt. From the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Stevenson outside. The dish now to Walker. He feeds it to Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Stevenson. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Carroll passes to Poole. Cephalosha off a pick from Poole. They set the pick. The 3 ball. Cephalosha misses. Hornets leading by 8. Up the floor. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Poole. Here's Horford. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Haven't done nearly as much inside as they did in the first. They've got to get back to their game plan, which is to work it inside and force the defense to react to the ball going to the paint.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Biombo is checked in for Jefferson. Cody Zeller comes in for Vonleh. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Here's Primetime. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Primetime, the pass to Scott. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
And Neal kicks to Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Korver off the pick from Poole. Dishes to Bazemore. Primetime, the pass to Porter. 5 on the clock. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound on the night. 51 seconds left in the first half. And it's Walker penetrating, and he gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point Charlotte lead.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Prime time, the pass to Korver. Korver off the pick from Poole. Here's the screen. And Kyle Korver hits from deep. Korver's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Zeller. Again, the Hornets score.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Prime time, the pass to Bazemore. Bazemore off a pick from Poole. Scott dishes to Korver with 4 seconds on the clock, and the jumper is good. Korver's got 11 points.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's Walker. The shot is off. And so that brings the first half to a close. Hornets lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
I think we just need to step our energy level up a little bit. We seem to be moving around like we were playing underwater in the first half. Second half, we need to come out with more urgency.
Good luck in the second half. Kevin, a visibly frustrated young man.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. I want you to keep showing just as much fight on the offensive glass in the third quarter as you have in the first 2. The second chance points will continue to be there for us, just like they have been. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. And let's keep the pace deliberate when we start this half. I want to see us get settled in, not trying to do too much too soon. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
I loved his approach, guys. He came out aggressively, took the ball. Into the teeth of the defense and either got points at the rim or drew fouls.
Most of the time he's been drawing fouls. He has the free throw total to show for it, as well as a few nicks and bruises.
Vonleh at the forwards. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. And it's Jefferson in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
First team foul.
Walker with a clean look. Buries it from three-point range. Walker's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Hornets. Here's Poole. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And now a look at Lance Stevenson's stats on him. In the back half of the season, he's been nothing short of marvelous. He's averaging 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
Now here's Walker. At the elbow, Jefferson. Lets it go from 14. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
Al Jefferson is the mayor of the left block. has that signature right-handed jump hook, which is virtually impossible to stop. Kind of like a one-handed push shot if you compared it to anything, but with his size and really high release, it's still hard to get to if you're defending.
Now here's Walker. After the miss from Poole, Walker with it, now guarded by Poole. Stevenson outside, fires from deep. The second effort, and Jefferson with the lay-in. And it's an 11-point Hornets lead.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Primetime, the pass to Carroll. Carroll gets a screen from Poole. Carroll kicks to Cephalosha. Here's Millsap. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. In the third spot, Al Horford.
Boy, that's a bunch of caroms, boy, for a 10-game stretch, Kevin. I mean, the opponents he's faced, it's not like they've all been bad rebounding teams either. That makes it even more impressive what he's done on the board.
Now here's Walker. He's got 18. Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Stevenson outside. Can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Now here is Cephalosha. He's guarded by Stevenson. Carroll gets a screen from Poole. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Primetime's got 28 points for the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He wants them running offense with an emphasis on setting screens and creating open shots on the floor for their shooters. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Lance Stevenson, the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in New York State. And that's something when you consider, Clark, the great players who came before him.
Yeah, to be at the top of that list says a lot about his high school career. He actually led Lincoln High School to an unprecedented 4 straight basketball championships. There's a reason his nickname is Born Ready.
Here's Poole. The Hornets pull it in. Jefferson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Stevenson dishes to Walker. Back to Stevenson. Longley's hitting the pick for Stevenson. Screen by Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in opponent field goal percentage. First in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, #1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another. And for Stevenson, despite the high school accolades, questions about eligibility and off-the-court issues caused many colleges not to recruit him. And after one season at Cincinnati, he slid to the second round of the draft, but he's really become quite a player.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket for Millsap.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And the call will be against Primetime. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Ryan Roberts is checked in for the Hornets. Kicks it out to Stevenson. to the right side. Here's Roberts, covered by Poole. From the line, Paul Millsap with the rebound.
But for Lance, you know, he fell into the right situation in Indiana. A team that was patient, worked with him to help develop his talent. Paul George is in that starring role there for the Pacers for the foreseeable future. And I think Lance perhaps wanted to move on to Charlotte to see how he could handle being the main guy on the team.
Here's prime time, and he has 28 points for the game.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
So it's the Hornets now. Stevenson passes to Roberts, and stolen by Horford. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
No good from Poole.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Stevenson outside. Fires the three. That's good. Stevenson's got 15 points.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Walker kicks to Neal. Seconds left. Good. He hits the jump shot. Neal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they have to mix it up in that. It's just too easy.
Puts up the prayer. Can't get it to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all.
Tune in next Wednesday night, April 1st. Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. Do not miss it.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Really excellent feed here, and I know we're used to seeing this guy score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that skill right here on that replay.
On the court for Atlanta, Poole, he's in at point guard. Mike Scott out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Korver in at the shooting guard position.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
The Hawks trail by 21. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Here's Poole. Here's Scott. No good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Goes up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Walker's shot is off.
Well, the defense